The sport of bodybuilding began gaining traction in the early 1900s thanks to the father of modern bodybuilding, Hugene Sandow. Although bodybuilding was a thing before Eugene's time, he was the first to host competitive bodybuilding shows in today's modern day and age. It was then popularized by bodybuilders such as Arnold Schwarzenegger, Franco, Colombo, and Forrigno. It is no secret that while bodybuilders work really hard to put on all that muscle mass, you can only get so big without the use of steroids. For some people, however, just using steroids isn't enough. They resort to injecting all sorts of crazy substances into their bodies, such as synthol, to achieve physiques which they deem to be aesthetically pleasing. Today we are going to be looking at people who have gone to extreme and sometimes even bizarre measures to enhance their physiques. Before we begin, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more great content. Let's begin. Number 5. Ramiro dos Santos Alves. Ramiro dos Santos Alves is a Brazilian bodybuilder who was obsessed with the idea of looking like the Incredible Hulk. To do so, he began injecting himself with a substance known as synthol, an enhancement used by some bodybuilders to round out their muscles and make them appear larger than they actually are. Ramiro, however, was so obsessed that he went a little too far, injecting so much synthol that his muscles didn't actually look like real muscles and instead looked like giant tumors. It got so bad that doctors almost had to amputate both of his arms. Thankfully, doctors were able to drain his arms, thereby saving his arms at least for the moment. However, there's no saying what kind of long-term damage he might suffer because of those injections, and although he is still bodybuilding, he no longer uses synthol. Number 4. Kirill Terra. Otherwise known as Synthol Kid, Kirill Terra hails from Pyatigorsk in Russia's Stavropol Krai region. He's made headlines multiple times, and unfortunately, they've been for all the wrong reasons. After finishing his army service, he decided he wanted a career in bodybuilding. However, he decided to go about it in the wrong way. Much like Ramiro, he began injecting synthol into his arms, causing them to balloon to 26 centimeters in diameter. Weirdly enough, he only injected it into his arms, causing his arms to look extremely out of proportion. He later made headlines again when he decided he wanted to be an MMA fighter. Unfortunately, that did not go very well for him as he lost his first match and was completely dominated from start to finish. What will his next publicity stunt be? Only time will tell. Number 3. Gregg Valentino. Gregg Valentino was a successful bodybuilder in the 90s and early 2000s, winning many competitions and earning multiple trophies. However, in 2008, he went over to the dark side and started injecting synthol into his body, causing his body to look like something out of a horror film. While he claims that it is all due to steroids, it looks to us a lot like synthol. In an interview, he was quoted saying that he had noticed guys that were half his age at the gym who were bypassing him in strength and in muscle mass. He also felt that nobody was taking him seriously anymore. We are guessing that that might have had something to do with it. Although he denies using synthol, nothing else can explain his unnatural-looking muscles. Sadly, he paid the price when his biceps exploded when he punctured an abscess, which then became infected and led to major blood loss. Number 2. Arlindo de Souza. Another famous bodybuilder, or shall we say fake bodybuilder, is Arlindo de Souza. He claims to have the biggest arms in Brazil at 19 inches. It doesn't take a genius to recognize that he is an average lifter at best. His physique is clearly a product of synthol injections. Nicknamed the Mountain, he is said to have injected concoctions of horse vitamins, human growth hormones, and steroids. Although he is a popular figure in his hometown, he has complained about people making fun of him. Despite all this, he still has many admirers and people who look up to him. He is also very popular among tourists who oftentimes stop to talk to him and take pictures with him. And although it may look cool from the outside, there's no saying what kind of health issues he has or will have to deal with in the future. Number 1. Justin Jedlica. While Justin Jedlica isn't a bodybuilder, or even trying to be one for that matter, he made this list because he has made it his life's mission to acquire what he perceives to be the ideal male physique. He's had over 700 procedures on his face, abs, pectorals, arms, and back in pursuit of trying to look like a real-life Ken doll. These procedures are expensive, and we are told he has racked up a bill of more than $500,000 in pursuit of this craze. The 40-year-old has said that his fixation with plastic surgery began at an early age and was spurred by his poverty-stricken childhood, having grown up in a low-income family. Growing up, he said, I would watch the TV show called Lifestyle of the Rich and Famous. I wished my family could be wealthy like the people who were featured in that show. They'd all had plastic surgery, and I wanted to have it too because that is what rich people do. He also said, I realized I had a liking for exaggerated features, like a doll. I wanted a tiny waist and a large upper body like a superhero. While this isn't the ideal path for most people, we hope he is happy with the choices that he has made. And there you have it, our top 5 for today. Let us know in the comments section below what you guys want to see next. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome videos. See you next time.